I'm in the process of building a 1/24 scale radio-controlled Audi R8. In the prior video, I got the chassis put together and all of the electronics wired. So now it's time to start moving on to the fun stuff, which is modifying this highly detailed plastic model kit from Revell to fit this custom 3D printed chassis. I'll basically be assembling this model as normal, except I'll have to make some alterations in a few spots to allow it to fit. As I mentioned before, I want this car to have some interior and engine bay detail, but some modifications will be required in order to not interfere with the RC chassis below. This was very easy to do in the rear, as this kit is designed in a way that didn't require a whole lot of modifications to be made in order to put this engine piece over top. I just cut a piece of scrap plastic to the correct size and then glued it to that piece, which created a nice place to secure this engine, and it will completely cover up those electronics below. As for the interior, a little more hacking was required here. I want to have the battery secured below the interior, so I had to cut the floor out and then create a new one much higher up, allowing just enough room for that battery below. Obviously, it's a little bit of a compromise here when it comes to lifelike realism, but once I get everything put together and painted, it'll be hard to notice the lack of depth in these areas at first glance. A nice balance of lifelike details while also allowing plenty of room for the electronics and chassis below. I continued on with the assembly of the interior by test fitting all of the remaining parts. I always want to test fit these parts to ensure they'll fit prior to painting, as it's better to do any necessary sanding, drilling, or trimming now than it would be after everything has been painted. The only modifications required here were to chop down the seats, since obviously with this floor much higher up, the seats need to be adjusted accordingly. Once everything gets a coat of paint, it should look really nice on the finished car.